on the attack.
Business as usual.
There's no pushing, there's no punching, there's no back into the danger area. I love goalkeepers that just collect under pressure and don't push and punch back into it makes everything just a bit more easy and a bit more calm.
I completely agree. He puts out fires before they really become a fire, it feels.
Madueke in down the right into Gyökeres. Can he get a shot away? Gyökeres tries to lay it off.
But he's got to be better.
He doesn't.
Unlucky.
I don't know if you heard that, but as I said, can he get a shot away? Abby just went, nah.
I've been very nice tonight, by the way.
Yeah, you've actually been lovely.
I've been very nice. We've had such mature conversations
We really
tonight.
have. That was a good ball from Ben White, by the way. He made a shaky start, but was it Ben who played the ball over the top to
Ben clipped it for
Madueke?
Noni over the top.
That's good. I mean, he needs to get back to it a little bit.
Are you
Ben
playing
White.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday midday? Yeah.
Bournemouth.
12:30.
But you're at home.
Yeah.
Yes.
What a shame. Wish you were away.
I will be there.
That'd be a tough game. I think Bournemouth is always a dangerous team.
11 games unbeaten. Yeah, Ariola's a very good manager.
Every game at the Emirates I attend is a tough game.
It's never easy.
What you say they got? What?
Beat us last season as well at the Emirates.
They beat you last season at the Emirates?
Yeah.
Oh, we're absolutely on.
Like, Bournemouth's a tough outfit.
Ball into the box there from Madueke on the right-hand side.
We drew, but you're right.
No, Housen. Is it Housen? He's playing today for Real Madrid. Housen, the number
Huijsen.
Yeah, he scored the winner.
Housen.
When was that in the league?
He's probably like the tail end, isn't it? Yeah.
Honestly, that was in that weird time.
That's when we kind of was just on a whimper.
It was all about Champions League games, so for some reason we just thought the league didn't matter at all.
There's a big goal in the Championship. Southampton are winning away at Wrexham by 1-0.
I'll tell you what, they're a top side. They're a top side, Southampton.
Difficult side. Shouts at
They drew the other day.
They're a proper
Shout
side.
out Southampton.
They could be anyone on their day. Southampton.
Good team.
Best team in Europe.
Tough place to go and get
proper side.
No, they played some good football. And I thought that. I think
they were great.
Completely turned their season around.
The Championship team wanting to park the bus and go from set pieces. Sienza on the left-hand side. Who was on the right-hand side? Fellows, the good player. They played some good football. So Southampton are winning 1-0 at Wrexham.
Go on, White.
They would go above Wrexham into the table, into 6th place. No goals yet in the Champions League. Madueke has got the ball on the right-hand side, tries to go on the outside, and he does get the free kick in a dangerous position for Arsenal. Have you guys been pleasantly surprised to kind of how well he's done with Saka not being in good form and Saka having some injuries this season?
Madueke?
Yeah, Madueke.
I'm so interested by your thoughts on Madueke because he divides the Arsenal fan base. I think everyone agrees the end product isn't there. I think a lot of people are saying 52 million, what a waste, you could have got other players.
Yeah, both.
Whereas I'm like, hold on, this guy is quite clearly doing a backup job to Bukayo Saka. I don't think you're going to get much better. And also, he so often destroys his fullback. I mean, the end product is absolutely missing, but he's regularly beating his fullback, which I think is so hard to do in football. I quite like him. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sure I trust him in the big moments and the clutch moments.
The end product's regularly missing, you reckon?
I think so. What do you
Exactly
think?
what you said there. I think I see a good player who's lacking goals and assists, and that was something around him at Chelsea. Granted, I'm sure when he signed for Arsenal from Chelsea, he had a decent goal-scoring season. I just saw it as kind of like Mikel Arteta's project. Like, we always start conversations with people like Madueke, if Mikel can do this, that, and the third. I see why he was brought in. You know, I don't know if 50 million was the best possible spend, but on reflection of seeing him at the club, he's positive. I like his attitude. I like how he's taken to life considering the...
How? That is a dangerous free kick from Martin Odegaard, right-hand side, whipped into the box through real pace into a dangerous area. And it comes off a Sporting player.
That's a hand, ref. Have a look.
I think it's Diamonde who ends up heading the ball into the ground, and it just goes over the bar. That's more luck, I think, than judgment by the Sporting number 26.
I think Gyökeres missed it.
I don't think Gyökeres got anything on it, did he?
Yeah,
no, I think he just missed.
Got there, yeah.
That was a great delivery, though, wasn't it? Whipped in with real pace into a dangerous area. And that really could have gone anywhere. But it's going to be Noni Madueke who's going to take it from the right-hand side.
Who is surprisingly good on set pieces, Madueke. Yeah. We've scored a few from his delivery.
Oh, here we go, by the way. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh, ref, have a word, man. They're pulling us. Ref, have a word.
Do that. You are.
No, you can't do that.
Shameless.
100%. You can't do that.
Referee decided to stop the game, Abby, to go over and remind the players of the
rules. They say Gabriel looks for contact. Look, he's being roughed up. It's crazy. Look, ref.
CJ, we've done well for the first hour and 50 minutes, mate. Come on. Noni Madueke then's got a corner for Arsenal on the right-hand side. He's going to whip it in, of course, with his left foot going to be an
He tends to go near post. This will be interesting.
Come on, Noni, man.
That is not near post.
Comes off the bar.
Ref. Oh, you got to get
Odegaard. Lucky.
Ball bounces off the bar. It falls to Odegaard.
Dragged it wide. Unlucky.
And he drags his shot wide. Still 0-0.
That was messy.
That's a good strike from Odegaard. I like that. Unlucky.
It would have been nice if he hit the target, but it's all right. It's all right, Odegaard.
Yeah, but I think the player's bearing down on him. I think he has to just swipe through it.
Good ball, Noni, man.
Just back to Madueke for a sec, because you are right. It definitely does divide opinion with your fan base. Like, there were shouts earlier in the season that when Saka was out injured, and they're like, "Oh, Saka doesn't just get back in. Madueke comes."
Some people wanted him to start ahead of Bukayo.
Absolute nonsense, complete nonsense. But with Madueke, you are right that I think end product needs a lot of work. It is a lot of money.
Like everyone in our fan.
Yeah,
a lot. 50 million, really a lot of money.
I think it was a lot of money to buy on a player where you have seen with your own eye test.
Sure.
But I would also compare it to someone like Kai Havertz. There was a lot of question marks whether or not you should or shouldn't have signed Kai Havertz.
That's Arteta's project.
I would say that. But do you not feel that a lot of your fans kind of warmed to Havertz?
That's all you can. No, well, that's all you can do. You can have your opinion on a player before he obviously signs for your club. You can accept him for what he's bad at or good at or whatnot. But if they do all right, fair enough. Now, on Kai Havertz, I don't really like you in central midfield. I do like the experiment with GYOKERES and what could be that, but we struck gold with him to a degree, or Arteta struck gold with him up front. I don't think we should have bought him. I'm not a fan of Kai in midfield, and I still think there's question marks to answer about our attack and obviously up front. But Kai's done the business. You look, I know we haven't got over the line, but 2023-24, he obviously was one of our more consistent players. I do think when you look at the Kai Havertz's and the Mikel Marinos, they divide Arsenal fans' opinion. But I bet you any money if you ask Mikel Arteta, they're some of his favourites. They just get his tactical system. Yeah. And to be fair, I've warmed to Kai. I still think we could get better and whatnot, but I've warmed to him. The man's a fighter. Like, the man will, as long as you fight for my club, I've got all the time in the world for you. Bringing it back to Noni, your thing is just goals and assists. But I knew that with you coming into the club, as silly as it sounds, I need Noni, you need to do what you need to do. But Arteta, I thought he divided opinion. Show me why you're the gaffer and why I'm an armchair expert. Make it work. I do think we've got a lot of those footballers in the attacking ranks where conversations start of if and could and etc. And at some point, we need to address our forward line. We need to know this one's getting double figures, that one's getting double figures. But as James said, I can see why Noni was brought into the club. You're a good backup for Saka. Some people want you to start ahead of him, and I'll always defend Noni to a degree because whether I like a player or not, I wasn't a fan of like the petitions and all of that kind of jazz. Yeah. And I think he's taken to it with a stride. And I also have to big up Arsenal fans that go to the Emirates. Like, they really have got behind him.
I think
so. Bromley nil, Shrewsbury 1, by the way. Bromley top of League 2, haven't 1 and 2, and losing at home to Shrewsbury by a goal to 0.
Oh dear.
But if you can't do that, push him, ref. Go book him.
Ever been to Bromley?
Sorry?
Ever been to Bromley?
Yeah, I've actually.
Have you?
I actually did Bromley Ipswich in the second round of the Carabao Cup for TalkSport, like second game of the season.
Was that fun?
Yeah, it's always a pleasure and privilege to be sent out and about with TalkSport. It was a pain in the backside getting back there at Bromley in a midweek game late in the evening.
Bromley's south, no?
Yeah, southeast.
Yeah, southeast, Abby. Do you not know that?
I haven't been to Bromley, no.
No, never been to Bromley?
I haven't been to Bromley.
Maybe we should go together. I went to Rory Lane the other day to watch London Lions play.
Oh, did you? How was that?
Yeah, it was good.
You're obviously very bored on your Easter.
It was the international break.
Yeah,
it was the international break. That was last weekend, the Saturday, yeah, not the Easter one, yeah. Other lines. By the way, the Real Madrid Bayern Munich game is everything you'd expect it to be. It is just end-to-end football, basketball stuff. Bayern Munich had an effort cleared off the line. Vinny Junior cutting in on his left foot, had a shot saved well by Manuel Neuer down to his left-hand side, and somehow that game is goalless. So Madrid 0, Bayern Munich 0, Sporting 0, Arsenal 0, Southampton leading Wrexham by a goal to 0, Port Vale 1, Rotherham 0, Bromley 0, Shrewsbury 1. I haven't even spoke to you, Abby. Maybe we can save it for Sunday. Haven't even spoke to you. You with us Sunday yet?
Am I here on Sunday? I am here on Sunday.
Haven't even spoke to you about the madness of what's happened at Tottenham over the last 10 days or so, eh?
Do you know what? I've barely spoken about it myself.
Yeah, I imagine.
We did an Inside Spurs today, so that'll be out later.
You got the guy you didn't want.
Do you know, look, just like everything that gets clipped on the internet, if people would actually listen to the full clip, that you'd actually hear what I was saying. I didn't necessarily say I didn't want him. I just don't think I want him for 7 games, potentially. At this point, do I think that it's
what you
the
need
right thing?
Now, maybe not yet.
I couldn't tell you, but then at the same time, I don't know what the right thing for us is to do. So hopefully it does work out and it's all good. Let it all work out, you know. But
was that the clip where she was wearing a cap?
Oh, this again. That's another. There was a lot of talk
I just saw
about
it
my
and thought,
cap.
no, I saw that and just thought that's not you, Abby. I don't know. It didn't feel very you.
The boys came in one by one and went, "What's with the hat?
Yeah,
what's with the hat? I was like, why can't I wear a hat?
No, you can wear a hat. It just didn't feel very you.
I'm gonna wear a hat on Sunday.
Are you actually?
I'm gonna wear a hat on Sunday.
Seriously? Okay,
Yep.
I like that. That'd be cool.
I've got it in black and brown. What colour would you like?
We've got it in white.
No, I don't have it in white.
No, black or brown. Let's go black on Sunday.
All right. Okay, I'll wear my black.
All right, there we go.
On Sunday. So if everyone would have watched the full thing, I just said, De Zerbi, I think, is a good manager. I think we're very lucky to have a manager like De Zerbi. But at this point, do I think it's a safe pair of hands? No, not really.
No one probably is at this moment.
No, but it wasn't necessarily what I felt needed. Even if you would have brought him in with 12 games to go, I might have...
That would have made more sense.
It would have made more sense. Or if we would have sacked Thomas Frank when we should have sacked Thomas Frank in December, then have a bit more time.
He needs time, but he's not got that.
Exactly, and he's a manager that's got a very distinctive style of play. He's got personality. He's very combative, and that is something that doesn't always work out. He reminds me.
Do you not think your players will buy into that though?
Yeah, but I need them to buy into themselves at this point. Like,
True.
this is your third manager of the season.
Like, on the board,
I don't feel like it necessarily even matters who is in charge. Like, if we stay up, it is going to be on those players. And the one thing I would say about him is, I think if Tottenham are going to stay up, they have to play their way out of this. So I'm looking to see. I will be able to tell in the first 20 seconds of watching them on Sunday whether or not they've grasped anything. So they can't play in a way that Thomas Frank played, which is negative. They can't play in a way, whatever that was with Odegaard. I don't want to call that football, and just another pointless waste of time. So with Zerbi, he probably fits Tottenham a lot more stylistically, because it's a bit more Ange based.
Yeah, definitely.
He likes to have those attacking fullbacks that invert. He likes this whole bait in the
Some
press.
of the stuff his Brighton teams played, the football was really impressive.
And I have no issue with the football. I think that's lovely. And if we were sitting in mid-table, I'd say
get that.
Wonderful.
You're
What a lovely
basically,
appointment.
Abby, you're almost saying you love Sean Dyche for 7 games and then Zerbi if you stay
No,
up.
because I think I said
But that
to you a
type of
couple weeks
manager,
ago.
Abby.
I said about
He's more of a
Sean-
firefighter manager, isn't he?
About Sean Dyche, I actually listened to him this morning on TalkSport.
With Ryan Jordan.
Yeah, and with him, I'm not turning my nose up at him, and I said that a few weeks ago. I don't think we've got the personnel to implement a Dyche style of play. I don't think it would work. What I wanted was, I think, safe hands. Who and whatever, I've given my opinions. We don't need to go over it again. But with Zerbi, I just don't know. I don't know. And a lot of people are like, well,
There's
look at
no in between with him.
Yeah,
It's either going to be amazing,
or we're going to be even worse.
Yeah,
but then I do think to
Rather than
myself,
be 3 up against Sunderland after half an hour or 3 down against Sunderland after half
and
an hour.
if I had to hedge my bets at the moment with us, I'd probably lean more towards 3-0 down. But with everyone's like, why haven't you seen the training video? It's so negative. Boys and girls, I don't need to see the training videos, okay?
It's about match day, man.
It's about the match day. And I've said I will make a judgment on this appointment on Sunday. Like, I will be able to tell if there is legs, if this is going to work. I think at any other stage of the season, not 7 games to go, it's a very good appointment, and it would very much fit us. Maybe not his personality, but the way he plays football. But I can't give an opinion on it, and that's why I haven't really said much. I just said it wasn't what I necessarily thought we needed at this point.
You know,
who
Abby,
knows?
what's a lot of the convo that I've seen around Zerbi has been about the football being kind of similar to Ange, and I agree. I think a lot of the players will have fun and buy into the style of play he wants to implement. I think what's a little bit underrated or maybe not spoken enough about with Zerbi is he's really also hyper-focused on the press.
Yeah.
Off the ball, man to man, like being really aggressive. And it's kind of seen as an attacking tactic, but obviously this is off the ball discipline.
Yeah.
This is what you got to do without the ball.
So
And
glad you brought that. Exactly. I'm so glad you just brought that up, because I actually forgot about that. It is the discipline element, and we are the most undisciplined, and it's also a lot of
what the hell you're trying to do.
Playing out from the back. Vicario, I don't think he's back from the hernia operation, so that would mean that Kinski comes in. I actually was defending.
He's better on the ball, isn't he? Supposedly
he is better on the ball. I was actually defending quite a lot today on Inside Spurs, because I was saying I think take the Atletico game out of it. Not that he's really covered himself in glory when
that
he
was
has
overblown,
played,
the Atletico.
but I think there were so many other things that happened in that. He shouldn't, him being dragged off after 18 minutes. That was bad. He probably shouldn't have been in there in the first place of a game of like that magnitude when you haven't really played. But you make mistakes. I've seen Vicario. How many mistakes have we seen Vicario make?
415 this season,
and it's not, and it's literally not blown as out of proportion as much. It's because there was the rotation.
we tried to.
Yeah, Mickey van der Ven slips for the second goal. There's the back pass. There's lots of different things. I think that it's laughable because obviously the situation Tottenham were in. But I don't want to write again. He could have a howler on Sunday, but at this moment in time, I'm defending him. Yeah. So
looking forward to Sunday, Abby. Should be good. I'm looking. It feels like I haven't watched the Spurs game with you. Look at Dante just laughing there at you. Sure.
Who's with us on Sunday, Joe?
I like it when you do this. Quaku's here for the whole show.
Go on,
Noni,
well done.
Come on, think.
I can't hear you.
Madrid 0, Bayern Munich 0, Sporting 0, Arsenal 0. Me, you, Quaker reunited on Sunday with Lee, which should be good. Right, so no goals. Yeah, oh no, goodness me! Oh, what's happened there?
Wow.
Somehow Bayern Munich aren't ahead.
Both teams.
Madrid are trying to play out from the back, And a pass gets intercepted a couple of yards out from goal. By the way, Courtois not in goal. It's Lunin in goal for Madrid this evening. Have a look at this, guys. Madrid are trying to play out from the back. The ball goes to the goalkeeper, who tries to play a short ball into midfield. The Bayern press is really good. And goodness me,
He done that in the last
pass to the midfielder, supposed to go back to the goalkeeper.
Yes.
He plays it into the path of Gnabry. And Gnabry's first time effort ends up being saved by the goalkeeper. Gnabry just couldn't sort his feet out. That is a massive, massive chance for Bayern Munich. That game, by the way, is complete end-to-end football. Somehow it's still goalless. Both teams have had really, really good chances.
Trent as well.
Trent's had a couple of shots, hasn't he, CJ? We saw Vinny Jr. Force Neuer into it. So I'll say Bayern are maybe just edging that. Corner comes in. That's a really, really poor corner. Sporting 0, Arsenal 0. We mentioned that Sporting chance, didn't we, around 7 or 8 minutes in. Arsenal had a chance as well from that free kick, which the defensive header went just over the bar. James, how would you assess Arsenal's performance so far? We spoke earlier about the approach, the intent. Are you happy with that so far?
I actually think Arsenal have done fine. This is a difficult... something happened.
Yeah, Mbappe got played through. I didn't make that noise randomly. Mbappe got played through into the box, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper from a tightish angle, tried to go across the goalkeeper, big Manny Neuer. It feels like Manuel Neuer has been in goal for Bayern Munich for about 25 years. He got down low to his right-hand side and pushed the ball away. James, back to you.
I think Arsenal, after a difficult first 7 to 10 minutes, have actually settled into this game quite nicely. Hit the crossbar from the corner. There was that other ball into the box you mentioned from Odegaard. But actually, I think we've just done quite well to just keep the ball moving around a little bit. We're trying to find solutions through their press. Yeah, and they're starting to give the ball away out the back a little bit. So I think Arsenal getting some encouragement. Declan Rice cleaning up as he does on a few occasions when the ball's been a little bit end-to-end. It's fine. Look, we are, 1/8 into this Champions League tie. And Arsenal are away to a side in good form at home.
I have to say, that is the first time ever in my 29 years of being on this planet that I've heard somebody say we are 1/8 into this tie, by the way. I've had we're halfway through the tie. But, Abby, have you heard that before?
I haven't, but I wouldn't expect it to come from anyone else.
I did get to see it.
It's only going to come from the guy wearing a pink salmon jumper, isn't it?
Where's the camera?
It's a nice jumper, though. It's wavy.
No, I do like it, but it makes you look educated and clever.
He is clever. He is.
No, I see.
It looks like you're about to go and teach maths.
Very sweet of you, but I'm a fraud.
I would never think you got the same grade as me in maths.
I'm a complete fraud. Like, I didn't do that well at school. But thank you so much.
What'd you get in your GCSEs?
I can't remember. I didn't do well.
But you knew, James, that clip was going to go viral of you, so you'd be fine.
I played the system wonderfully. And now here I am on TalkSport Goals. So thank you for having me.
Do you reckon it's the glasses? I always feel smart when I wear mine.
Okay, be honest. Do you think I'm as intelligent now?
No, definitely not. Yeah, put the glasses back on, pal.
Yeah. Anyway, I can talk about XG with these on.
Yeah. Well, we can't see
This, not at all.
So James, you can't even see the pitch without.
So are we now 1.7 way through this? How much did it change over the last 2 minutes?
Another 27th of the game as well. Oh my word!
Corner for Arsenal though.
Much my eyes are adjusting.
Celebrate.
Yeah, another corner. So big chance.
I'll ask this question after the corner.
I told you, near post. He loves it.
Oh, free kick. Here's one for you. When was the last time Arsenal scored from a corner?
Oh,
it feels like it doesn't happen that much anymore, does it?
Yeah. That's a good question.
That's why I only ask good questions.
A while back, genuinely.
Anyone in the gantry? No.
Yeah. Wait.
Anyone up there?
Chelsea, I think it might have been. I think I was here. Chelsea, Timber, 2 set piece. I think Saliba and Timber.
Yeah.
Could we fact check that, please?
Yeah, man.
Can we fact check that?
I'm probably about 5 games ago. If that.
I think it might have been more. That's what's scary. I think we played a load of games.
Poor Nicholas Jover's going to be under pressure, isn't he, in the next couple of weeks if he does?
I don't know, man. I haven't seen the clip saying that's the only way we score on this channel. I don't know, man. I ain't seen it, man.
That mural might have to be taken down of him. Southampton are now 2-up away at Wrexham Flindown. Good team.
Amazing.
Brilliant team.
It's good at home in the FA Cup.
I feel sorry for anyone who's got to face them.
They do things no one else in Europe does.
Yeah. You'd imagine the form they're in going into the playoffs.
They genuinely look brilliant against us.
They've turned their season around, man.
Yeah, I did.
Really doing good.
It was years ago, but Will Still was there first kind of half of the season. That's a little bit more than an eighth of the way through the season. And they were like 16th, 17th, 18th for the first kind of half.
Now look at them.
the change of managers come in. I did the game at Fulham, which was in the last 16, and I was really impressed with just the way they pass the ball, ping the ball. What I loved about their performance against you is they could go long to the big man when needed, but also weren't afraid to play in around midfield. The two wingers are quick, pacey and direct.
They played around our press so easily.
Yeah, they were confident possession, weren't they?
Yeah.
As things stand, Southampton would be in the playoffs. They will go to 6th in the table, and Wrexham would drop down to 7th.
It's important. I need to be kept in the
Yeah, you do, don't you?
This is a more fluid Arsenal.
Yeah, look where Calafiori is.
Yeah, we've got Calafiori there. We've got Trossard next to Odegaard, sort of in a more creative position. Ben White's been inverting, getting high a lot. I think Arsenal are really trying to take on slightly more expansive ideas in this game. It's not all coming off completely, but I don't think we look like a team that are happy to just sit back and respect Sporting.
Two very structured sides, man.
Well, two who are good on the ball, good on the press. And by the way, the ref's giving everything our way.
Yeah, everything for Noni as well.
I'd call it if it were going the other way. He's giving a lot of things our way.
We appreciate your honesty, James. Thank you.
Well, that's what I bring. I bring maths and honesty. Apparently.
And lovely jumpers.
And
wavy jumper, man.
Would you like that?
I can't imagine you in it, bro.
Yeah, I would wear that. No, it's wavy. Sing. Yeah.
Do you have an outfit check half time? Change at half time.
Yeah, that's with it.
it's a great top.
Yeah, see? Arsenal. It's different over here, man.
Would you like that?
Style.
No. Excuse me?
Would you like that?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, you can rock that. It's wavy,
Would you like
man.
this exact one?
Yeah. The one signed by James Bayless, please, would be wonderful. But yeah, this is going to be another free kick in a dangerous area, or a dangerous-ish area for Arsenal on the right-hand side. A late challenge there for Morita, and I think he got a yellow card for it, didn't he? So Sporting there with a yellow card. And yeah, Declan Rice on the right-hand side is going to put this ball into the box. But overall, you're happy with the intensity Arsenal are showing in this game?
I think if this were 30 minutes into a league game at home, no, I'd be a bit concerned. I think in the context of we've had a tricky few weeks with an international break in there, a lot of these players are returning. It's away in the Champions League first leg. Yeah, I can live with this. And we all know I love a 0-0, so there we go.
we all want a 0-0 for the
I'm
to run it back. 31 gone then. Sporting to Arsenal. Arsenal have got a free kick on the right-hand side. 3 Arsenal players make a run from sort of the back into the middle. Rice delivers, is overhit, and it's going to be headed away, but it is going to come out to Leandro Trossard, who lets that ball run. It will go out for a Arsenal throw. Victor Gyökeres up against his former club, by the way, isn't it? Which hasn't really been mentioned too much.
Yeah, Gyökeres derby.
The Gyökeres derby. Yeah, where are we at, team with Victor Gyökeres and how he's going this season?
Goals, man. It's all he did for his country. He's doing his thing, man. It's so ugly, it's beautiful, as I always say. Big up Gyökeres, man.
I actually think he deserves quite a bit of credit here because he's got something like 17 goals for Arsenal this season.
For club and country, he's been in rich form.
In all competitions.
17 goals in
all competitions. But is it 17 for Arsenal?
Yeah, and one of the highest scorers in 2026 in his totality. He's doing all right.
For a team that we really criticise, our attacking football, how the individuals stand out, to have, but also I think what's more impressive, he's got something like 5 goals from his last 5 shots on target, something like that. Look, there is, you desire a little bit more from maybe the hold up and the all round game. But this guy can strike a football.
He's doing what he's paid to do.
He strikes with some venom, and he's a very cold-blooded finisher.
All in jeans as well. Shout out Gyökeres, man. It's amazing.
No, seriously, he's really. I've warmed to him quite a lot because I remember being on here early days. I think back in October when I made my debut, and I defended him quite a bit. This was when he scored against Atletico 2 goals. But he'd gone like 7 games without scoring or something. But I think in January, to be fair, I think he turned a corner a little bit and started to just become a bit more of a handful, but mainly someone that actually. When was the last time you felt he missed a chance?
Yeah.
And we were saying that a little bit October, November,
We wanted him
December.
to be in the
Do you think Arsenal are trying to do more and are doing better at playing to his strengths?
Yeah. It's like what Arteta said. I
don't know if we are.
I think they are because to be fair, as much as I've criticised Mikel Arteta and I've criticised Gyökeres, he's made a point of we need to understand his game and he needs to understand ours.
He has said
and
that
I think every week that's gone and it's got better. Now, for me, I think the big difference with Gyökeres this year, he looks confident. There was a time he looked like the Arsenal shirt might be heavy. I can forgive a poor first touch, not being aesthetically pleasing, scoring goals and not scoring goals. But it looks like he finally understands now, I'm an Arsenal footballer. One goal don't define me. One bad game doesn't make me. And I think it's interesting, like when you signed for our club and you look at Mikel Arteta in their interview, Arteta said to me, I don't want a striker that's going to drop their heads when they haven't scored in 8-9 games. I just feel the relationships have built. As I said earlier, like Gyökeres is a limited striker, but the limitations you can get out of him, which is putting the ball in the back of the net, minute, that's all he should be doing, and that's what he's doing. He's doing what he's paid to do.
Rex and Portugal back against Southampton at home. Josh Windass scoring there. Abby, what are your thoughts on Victor Gyökeres? Do you agree with the boys? Do you think he's maybe slowly easing his way into life in the Premier League
as well? Let's not forget, Abby.
He has had jeans on a long time, to be fair.
He's doing his
and the
thing,
Sims. Don't forget about the
doing
Timberlands.
things.
I think it's fair what you said. I think that Arsenal are probably playing a bit more to his strengths. Than earlier on in the season. I think that confidence, again, goals will breed that. I think he's been on a much better run.
Unlucky, boys.
There is that kind of narrative that he does only score against relegation fodder. I include my own team in that. So don't worry. Don't worry.
Chelsea too.
But look, I think it's fun to say he's in jeans, and it's fun to say he's got the Tims on, because he's not pretty on the eye. He's not pretty to watch. Let's be honest.
That's what I love about him, though.
That's why it's so ugly. It's beautiful.
I sort of love the no nonsense. If I shoot, it's going in the back of the net.
Yeah, but sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, but we've had guys that can do the aesthetics and they don't put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
I don't know what his strike conversion is, because I do remember him missing a lot of chances earlier in the season.
It's definitely got better. Definitely.
Yeah, since the turn of year one.
You know that goal he scored against you guys?
Yes.
Which one?
Second, well, actually, kind of both, but the second one
was
when touch hit.
Yeah. That's confidence.
Maybe Trossard, but I don't know anybody else in our squad who could score that goal.
Maybe not, but I think that when he was on that, when he was on that run where he wasn't scoring goals, etc. Like, it's difficult. And then now I think he's settled a bit more. I think you have settled with him playing with a 9 as well. Like, you weren't doing that. You hadn't done that for years. Lots of people felt that was what you needed to win the league. I don't personally think he's going to be the difference whether or not you have or you haven't. If you do and you don't win the league, this particular player, but I do feel like he's improved. So I'd be lying to sit here and say that he's still got jeans on. They're probably more like jorts.
But you know what I like about it? What feels sustainable about it is he's improved, but not. So I actually always thought his hold-up play was better than people gave him credit for. So I'm not even saying that he's kind of bad from that perspective. But what I like is he's got better at the things we all expected him.
Like his runs, I would say, have got better.
Well, his runs, his ball striking, like the things that we thought, right, out and out 9, put the ball in the back of the net. When you get that chance to be a killer, that's what I love that he's doing. It's not like he's kind of turned into this, I don't know, new player that we weren't really expecting, or adapted massively to what Arteta would normally want from a Jesus. This is someone who's just scoring goals and doing things. Yeah, that's what we kind of hoped you would do. So it feels more translatable from the Portuguese league, where people had questions about that. So look, I like him mainly because also he just looks like he's up for the fight all the time.
Down for the cause, man.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he looks fazed by kind of what's going on around him.
He's just one level. Like, he doesn't get too overawed, and I think we need that. I mean, not that I'm happy with anyone's performance in the League Cup final. If I had to, and you put a gun to my head, it probably would have been in line with his limitations. Gyökeres and Saliba, I think I even said it on the goal show. They're the only players that I actually thought turned up. As long as it can continue from Gyökeres, I do feel in today's day and age, you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't as a striker, because I'm not comparing him to Haaland. Haaland's got 20 odd goals in the Prem. People question mark his general play. There's a lot of strikers that can work the channels, drop him to midfield, but they don't kind of come with the goals. And we talk about the ball being not in open play as many times. Strikers are like,
they should score. It's really good. It's so good from Bayern Munich. Luis Diaz has scored. Do you know what? I've been watching this game for the last 10 minutes. Bayern Munich are toying with Real Madrid. Yeah. They are playing some brilliant football. Michael Olise on the right-hand side has been so dangerous. He's coming in field. He's so good in possession, quick feet, Kane's dropping deep, getting involved. And this goal has been coming, and they work it so well. Ball gets played through to Luis Diaz. He goes to on goal, and he just coolly and calmly slots the ball past the goalkeeper. It's absolutely well-deserved. Madrid 0, Bayern Munich 1. I know you guys have got your focus on Arsenal, but Abby, I mean, they Harry Kane, by the way. I know this is no surprise, but look here, he's heavily involved in it. Passing, that's into Gnabry, isn't it? Who plays a great through ball to Diaz. First time finish. What a lovely finish that, CJ.
It's ridiculous. It's like watching FIFA. This is why people fear Bayern Munich. Like they've killed Real Madrid in 3 passes.
They're serious.
It's ridiculous.
I feel like we see it a lot with Real Madrid, but like, Madrid are Real Madrid. They can't get out of their own half. They can't get any. And Abby, we saw that, didn't we, against Man City? If at the Bernabeu, Man City, certainly for the first hour, I think controlled the game. Every time Madrid went forward, they just scored, didn't they?
Sure, yeah. They're talking about the handball here.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't know. I don't think they're checking. Are they checking it?
They'll have a look, but I think it'd be very
They
hard.
showed a replay, didn't they?
I don't think there's anything in that.
No, no handball. Yeah.
No handball. But yeah, I mean, look, we've always said this is Real Madrid's competition, and it is because of how many times they've won it, right? But they have looked shaky. Like in the last, they look a little bit shaky. They have. Even last season, look at their run in the Champions League last season as well. I think that I would like to say it's Bayern's time. I mean, if you look at the team they've built.
Abby, I said Arsenal-Bayern final. When the draw came out, I thought they looked the two strongest sides
But
on
the
either
thing
side.
is, we watched Arsenal and Bayern earlier this season.
Arsenal dismantled, didn't they?
Look at Noni here, sorry.
Noni's had a lot of joy down that right-hand side, man.
Oh,
We watched them earlier this season. The same way that last season we watched Arsenal and PSG in the earlier stages. And
same like with Bayern, if we play them.
PSG started to kick into this competition.
Different dynamic.
Same with Bayern after the knockout group
league phase,
whatever it's called. So yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to see how they match up in if it was a final, like, because it wouldn't be the same version.
Beauty be the beast now.
Yeah, the same way it wasn't the same PSG.
I'd be very, very worried about playing them in a final.
If you had to pick one to play, who would it be out of everyone that's left?
Well, it's got to be someone on that
Liverpool,
draw, right? So Liverpool, PSG.
Well, everyone's on that side.
Everyone, man, they're all good in their own right. Bring on anyone. I'll take
Liverpool are the weaker team in that.
Yeah, but
it's a final, and you've got Champions League heritage.
Liverpool and Real Madrid are probably the weakest, but they've been there and done it, like a lot. I mean, two clubs with serious European pedigree. So, let's just get there.
Yes. Bring on anyone, man.
It's so Madrid 0, Bayern Munich 1. Let me bring up today all of the scores as we approach half time then in our 8 o'clock games. It's Real Madrid 0, Bayern Munich 1. It's a wonderful goal by Luis Diaz. Some really good football from Bayern Munich. They have been the better of the two sides. Luis Diaz gives them the lead right before half time. It's still Sporting 0, Arsenal 0. In the Championship, Wrexham 1 to Southampton, 2 to Southampton were 2 up, but Josh Windass has pulled a goal back for Wrexham. Is 6th v 7th, 1 point in one place, separating the two teams in the table. So as things stand, then Southampton will be in the top 6. Southampton in great form, unbeaten in the last 12 league games. Meanwhile, Wrexham have only failed to score in one of the last 25 home league games. They need another goal this evening. In League 1, it's still Port Vale 1, Rotherham 0. And top of the table, Bromley in League 2 have equalised at home to Shrewsbury. Bromley are top. The top 3 go up automatically. Bromley start the evening 6 points clear of 4th place Cambridge. So as things stand, they go 7 clear of 4th place Cambridge with 4 games to go. It's Trent Alexander-Arnold fires in a dangerous free kick there for Real Madrid, just outside the box on the left-hand side. Bayern Munich, though, win the header, and Real Madrid try and recycle possession, try and get some sort of control authority in this game of football. 3 minutes to go then in Portugal, Sporting 0, Arsenal 0. What do you guys think that Mikel Arteta could do to change in the second half?
Keep everything the way it is, at least at this moment in time. I think, as James said, I think we started well. We've had a bit of intention. Odegaard has a shot on target there. I think it's been two teams with two similar but contrasting styles having a real go of it. Like, now, all the efforts have kind of been low level, bar the occasional one from Noni or when they hit our bar. But I don't think anything needs to change per se. It does look like one of those games. In the second half, there's going to be a lot of gaps when people start getting tired. If we're able to exploit that, fair play. I don't know how James feels, but I feel we're more likely to score from the right-hand side than the left if a goal was to happen.
Everything's come through the right-hand side.
Yeah, Noni's pairing, man. He's winning a lot of fouls.
I know that Odegaard's form has maybe dropped off a little bit over the last year or so, but I'm trying to find a way that I can phrase this nicely and correctly. When I watch Odegaard play football, he's one of, I think, the most easy on the eye footballers to watch. I've seen the Premier League over the last couple of years. The way he just glides with the ball, moves the ball, controls the game. I think he's such a special footballer, such a really impressive, technically gifted football player.
It's why I get frustrated with him, because I think he's someone
Is he too safe sometimes in possession these days, maybe?
In my opinion, yes. A lot of Arsenal fans push back on that. I don't know whether you found that. Yeah, I think a lot of people... Like, what did you think of him against Southampton? A lot of people giving him credit, and I thought, look, this is the stuff I'd expect from our creative 10, who's also a captain against Championship opposition.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I wasn't really blown away by it. Whereas I do think when he's at his best, he can guile through a game. I also think he's slightly misprofiled. I don't think he is a 10.
You want to see him in 8?
Yeah, I think I think he's the link from defence to attack.
He plays right central midfield, really, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. But I think a lot of people see him as like the the lead creator, and I kind of get why. Because
he's the guy that organises the press in this Mikel Arteta system. He's another one like Kai Havertz and Marino. They're kind of like extensions of the coaching staff. In relation to Odegaard, like, his season's been stop-start. For me personally, I feel his like great appearances this season probably would have been off the bench. Newcastle comes to mind. I'm sure fair enough it's Leeds, but Leeds comes to mind. A couple of those kind of appearances against Southampton, considering all of that, and I know it's not the best version of Odegaard. Actually, it was all right. We lost the ball for his first goal, but we've lost the ball on the edge of the area, so I think there's several points of failure. I think it was a step in the right direction, and I think he started well. But I do agree with James in that it's not wow, Odegaard, it's been amazing. I just feel, considering what you've been so far, all I can ask for you is to be better than you was yesterday, and we're going to need him. I don't know when Eze's back. There's rumours he could be there for Bournemouth. We're going to need our players,
we
need our captain.
Would you rather have Eze?
At this moment in time,
starting over Odegaard.
At this moment in time, 100%, because Eze was in a better moment. He finally looked like he found his feet. He obviously scored against you lot, and his form was going. And similar to Gyökeres earlier in the season, just when it feels like everything's ticking over, they now get their injury. Of course, if it was what we've seen in the last few weeks, Eze over Odegaard 100%. I do want to see them play together. We ain't been exposed to it, but I do think that them two
can they play
100%, 100%.
In the midfield three, or does Eze have to come from the left?
Depends on the game and the game state. 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to see that. It would probably be like, do you remember West Ham at the Emirates? Odegaard got injured. He started both of them and he dropped Zubamendi. You'll see circumstances like that. I do think sometimes, like Eze, when Odegaard's there, I always believe good players can play with good players. And a couple of times I've seen them play together, one will drop deep, the other one will find the other. Like, it either allows Odegaard to stay further up or allows Eze to stay further up. So it's just another kind of tool in our, ironically, Arsenal that you want.
We're at half-time then. In both of our Champions League games in the quarter-final first legs, Bayern Munich have been very impressive with the Bernabeu, and they lead by a goal to nil.